A purple banner with legs crosses the screen from left to right. It reads Criativos da Escola. Paper planes reveal the sentence, "Let's Dream Together 2021. Be the Change celebration" in the center of the screen. A red rectangle scatters the letters of that sentence. Inside the rectangle, in white text, we read Design for Change, with some letters in yellow forming the phrase, "I can."
In the world around us, what would we like to change? Whether you're a child, a teenager, an adult, or just a person, all generations play a crucial role in transforming our social reality. But especially for those who are the seeds of our future, it's necessary to try out the superpower of making change right now. In their family home, at school, and everywhere else in our communities, children and teenagers alike should discover the power of their voice by thinking of and putting into practice solutions to our collective challenges. On every street, neighborhood, country, and in every corner of the world, children and young people are what drive structural change. By showing with honesty and sympathy how important equal rights are, multiple projects and infinite creativity walk together, inspiring many adults with actions done in the present, like going to school to discover powerful new paths, or valuing diversity and education as doors to new worlds, or preserving the environment. At school lies the strength for life literacy, re-existing with new narratives in which every person, regardless of age, feels like a citizen of the world. Going to school to discover powerful new paths, but not going to school on Fridays. Going to climate protests until the school promotes new lifestyles that value humanity more than jobs. Children and teenagers making laws, strikes, projects, other futures. We should stop asking, "What will you be when you grow up?" and begin understanding right now that kids and teenagers already are, do, exist, and resist. They are complete beings. We should ask more positive questions about the present. What would you change in the world? What would improve your life and your community? What's your biggest dream for the common good? How can I help make it a reality? Let's open dialogue and drop the adult centrism so there's real autonomy among younger people, discovering new ways to exist in the universe in more vivid verses for the good of all of us. Hey everyone, I'm Midria the poet.
And I'm PH Cortes.
PH Cortes is a digital content creator. At 13, he created the series My Black Brazilian Heroes on his YouTube channel, a series that became so big it was even quoted in school textbooks nationwide. Today, PH still makes content with and for the underprivileged, in addition to working as a show host and believing in creativity to change the world.
Yeah. And my partner here, Midria, is a poet, author of 2 books, social sciences student, and also an Ashoka Young Changemaker. She's also co-founder of Slam Os Perifa and does the podcasts Preta Galáctica and Curas Pretas, in addition to writing on youth as a Futura columnist. Midria believes poetry transforms the world.
And to help make this event accessible, I'll be making a self-description. For those who don't know, audio description allows people who are blind or visually impaired to know what is being shown. We're going to use it throughout our presentation. Here goes. I'm a black woman. I have curly, shoulder-length hair with blue streaks. I'm wearing a blue dress under a red jacket.
Now it's my turn to do a self-description. I'm a young black man with short, curly hair. I'm wearing khaki overalls and black glasses.
We're both very happy to be in this party with you today with people from all over the world. We welcome you to the 10th Be the Change Conference, an event with students from around the globe, all part of the Design for Change movement.
Be the Change is a global conference that has happened every year since 2012. Every year, a different country is chosen to host the event. There have been conferences in India, China, Taiwan, Spain, and even in Rome, Italy, where the Pope made an appearance.
Wow, it really is an important event, huh? And this year, guess who's hosting the party? It's Brazil, through Criativos da Escola, representatives of the movement in our country. What an honor!
And this event wouldn't be possible without a huge team working to mobilize countries around the world and students from all over Brazil. A special thanks to Angélica, Gabriel, Elisa, Beatriz, Naira, Renan, and Andrea.
In addition to the team at the Alana Institute, we also thank Raquel Franzim, Isabella, Flavia, Guga, and the Communications, Education, and Management teams. Also, a shout out to the Global Design for Change team, especially Kiran, Nivedita, and Nikita, and to our hard-working partners from every country.
That's right, Midria. And to those who don't know Design for Change yet, it was created in 2009 by the educator and designer Kiran Birseti, who had a dream back then: to support children and teenagers taking a leading role and to believe in their potential.
That's great, PH. Since then, Design for Change has gained traction, become a movement, and did you know it's now present in 52 countries?
Wow, that's so many places. And you there watching us, tell us in the chat. Where are you watching us from?
This initiative has touched, involved, and impacted more than 2 million young people across the world and 67,000 educators. In 2017, Design for Change was recognized as one of the 7 most innovative educational programs in the world by 100.org.
All right. And one country where Design for Change is making a difference is Brazil. The movement arrived here in February 2015 with the name Criativos da Escola, and it was idealized by the Alana Institute.
Now tell us what are Design for Change's big dreams for these countries, and also for Brazil with Criativos da Escola, PH.
Hey, I've got the answer right here. Listen up. Design for Change's big dream is to expand the leading role, empathy, creativity, and teamwork of students, whether they're children or teenagers. Kiran and other Indian students gathered these ideals and developed a methodology that inspires transformative projects all across the world. Amazing, right?
So we can better understand what we're talking about, PH, and to bolster the courage of young people, we have brought a special guest with more to add.
That's right, it's Kiran. She's an inspiration to all of us. Besides creating Design for Change and sharing its ideals with people around the world, Kiran is also the founder of an initiative that aims to make cities better for children. She's received several awards across the world, one from Ashoka and another from King Center in Stanford. Now let's hear what Kiran has to say about the subject of our event. Let's dream together.
Namaste. My name is Kiran Birseti. I am an Indian woman. I am 55 years old. I have long brown hair and brown eyes. I am wearing a white top with a blue necklace. I am sitting in front of a wall filled with hearts because I'm sitting in the reception area of my school, Riverside, in India. Well, we're talking about this wonderful theme that our BTC 2021, hosted by my Design for Change team in Brazil, has organized. It is Dream Together. Let's dream together. After 2 years of this pandemic, after 2 years of feeling a sense of despair, after 2 years of such uncertainty, and after 2 years of feeling a sense of fear in the heart, we've all come together. And I can't think of a better reason for us to celebrate today. So with the BTC 2021, hosted by Brazil, we are going to start feeling hopeful again. And why do I say that? Well, we are going to see our children from over 30 countries share with us the stories of change that they did despite the pandemic. Despite being locked down, they unlocked their creativity, they unlocked their passion, they unlocked their courage. And to tell the whole world that we are here today, we are going to celebrate the power of being together. When we dream together, only good things can happen. So I am so grateful for my Design for Change Brazil team, also with Alana, to be able to tell all of us that we and all our superheroes are making the world a better place today. And how are they doing it? Well, as you all know, they're using the 4-step superhero formula of feel, imagine, do, and share. Using these 4 steps, children across the world are changing the bad and making it good with the power of their ideas. From tackling bullying to stopping child marriage, from reducing the weight of school bags, or even saving the Amazon forest, we are here today. Our children have told us all that we can be strong, we can be hopeful, and yes, we can all dream together. And to all my wonderful partners and superheroes, io posso and obrigada.
Wow, thank you so much, Kiran, and everyone else who makes Design for Change happen around the world. And also, a special thanks, of course, to all the partners for supporting the projects of students from all over. Thank you so much, Kiran, for being here with us. Wow, PH, her speech got me all emotional.
No wonder, right? Kiran also made me think about how Criativos da Escola and Design for Change relate to all this. Though children and teenagers are almost half the world population, unfortunately, they have little decision power when it comes to their schools and their cities.
Right. Here in Brazil, students still don't have much voice.
But Midria, what if we showed some of the projects from around the world that follow the Design for Change way?
Hey, let's do it! Out of the 52 countries in Design for Change, 28 have sent projects to represent their countries in this year's Be the Change. Since there are many projects, we're going to inspire you at home by showing them in 2 segments.
First, we'll do a brief audio description of the video that shows the groups that are participating in our conference around the world. To represent each of the transformative projects, a flag of their country is shown, as well as drawings that represent their actions, and a picture of the team of students.
We're not as close as we used to be, but we're more connected than ever. Do you feel it too? This made we, children and teenagers, realize we had many dreams of shaping the world we want to live in. Believe me, there are many. But if we could sum them up, I'd say they seek to mobilize the community, to use art and culture to raise awareness to important subjects, to have science and technology as powerful tools to preserve the environment, and to turn education into the best tool against prejudice. When the pandemic began, we had to accept many changes, and the creatives from Chile showed us that they could learn about the country's main events by talking to people and sharing experiences. Many people had no choice but to continue leaving their homes, thus having to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in public transport, like the creatives from Bhutan. Aiding the most vulnerable is very important and fills us with hope in these trying times. That's what the kids from Madagascar did when they brought education to homeless children by creating an education center. Since we've been online most of the time, we realized this is also an important space for mobilizing people. We discovered many platforms where we could discuss important things, just like the kids and teens from Malaysia. We also discovered that we could create our own platforms, like the anti-bullying website made by creatives from Palestine, and the website that fights prejudice against LGBTQIA+ people, created by teens from the USA. Many people had to deal with a financial crisis in their country. In Lebanon, students, families, and teachers made boxes to receive donations of money, toys, and basic need items, helping many families. The group at Colombia created the Savings Train to develop financial responsibility in students and their families. In Ghana, students made a farm at school, and the crops will be harvested and sold to the school community. See how incredible these solutions we create together to change the world can be? We also noticed even more how important climate change is. Students from Serbia created chat channels for discussions on pollution. In Indonesia, teenagers from a village developed a natural soap with their land's resources to sell and help with reforesting. And young people from Zimbabwe collected all the garbage in their community and turned it into vases, mirrors, and other objects.
Learn more at criativosdaescola.com.br/b-change/.
So cool, guys. I see these videos and suddenly I want to do something too. But talking about how Criativos da Escola and Design for Change have been trying to change things up, I invite Angelica and Gabriel, the coordinators of the program here in Brazil.
Thank you, Pega and Midria. It's a pleasure to talk to this global network watching us. This is Angelica talking. I'm a white woman with short, dark hair, and I'm wearing a white blouse and a red seed necklace. All of you are welcome. We're happy to be here with you.
And this is Gabriel. I'm a white man with short, curly brown hair. I have a beard and brown glasses, and I'm wearing a black shirt with white flowers. I can't tell you how happy we are. After a whole year planning this conference, right, Angelica?
Tell me about it, Gabrielle. Since 2020, we've been living in difficult times. In 2019, BTC happened in Rome. While last year, we unfortunately had to face a pandemic. Everyone has been living this COVID-19 crisis.
It hasn't been easy, and we know that you, who are watching right now, were very impacted during these past 2 years.
Schools had to close their doors. Kids and teenagers couldn't see their friends anymore. Entire families felt a lot of fear, loss, anguish, pain, and the challenges of this moment.
We're really sorry about that. Over here, like the rest of the world, we had to reinvent ourselves. Even though we've been involved with more than 6,000 projects since 2015 across Brazil, we had to stay distant. And Be the Change 2020 happened remotely like this, hosted by our partners in Singapore, but always believing in the changes made by our children and teenagers.
Even amidst the hopelessness of this moment, we in Brazil, as well as the global partners of Design for Change, have risen to the task, thanks to the ideas and dreams brought by you, students and educators.
And that's why, in this incredibly important year, the Be the Change theme is Let's Dream Together. Even with all that's been happening, we understand now, after listening to every child and teenager, that we couldn't put aside our dream spirit and our will to live and to fight for better days and for a world with more opportunities.
Looking back to the past to understand the present, we listened to young people who don't want to make the same mistakes the previous generations made. They're girls and boys who believe it's possible to imagine different worlds, together, using their skills and their diversity. Tell everyone, Gabrielle, what we heard from Design for Change's Student Council.
Children and teenagers alike want to live in a greener world without pollution. A world where caring for the planet is a priority because this is our shared home and it's part of us.
Where everyone has access to good education, where there's peace and the end of discrimination, and where we all accept each other's differences.
Where technology is used to help solve our problems, from climate change to gender equality, for instance.
A world where men fight for women's rights. White people fight for black people's rights. Adults build with children, and heterosexual people fight side by side with LGBTQIA+ people.
A world where demands and creations of children and teenagers are taken just as seriously as those made by adults.
A world where those in a position of power understand that our planet is undergoing serious changes due to irresponsibility and unrestrained greed. How about you watching us right now? Tell us in the chat about your dreams for your community. Gabrielle, before going back to Midria and PH, I want to make a very special surprise invitation. Do you know who it is?
Yes, we're inviting Mayra, an indigenous girl with over 6 million followers on her TikTok profile called Coinho Pringa. She uses the app to share the culture and history of her community from the state of Amazonas, here in Brazil.
Hi everyone, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm from the Tatuyo ethnic group and I live in Amazonas. I have 2 names. My indigenous name is Hugoa and in Portuguese my name is Mayra. I'm wearing my people's garments, feathered earrings, a Job's Tears seed necklace, and a bracelet made of tagua and tacun. I'm also painted with the ink of the achiote fruit, this red ink right here. We use body paint as a protection, a spiritual protection. In addition to serving as protection, paintings also have meanings. I'm from the Tatuyo ethnic group, so I make paintings that symbolize the humans of the day, representing the sun. Guys, Hugoa is an indigenous dreamer, and she dreams of improving her community and her family, of showing the world our culture, our customs, and our daily lives, because people are unfamiliar with most of it, and they don't know what we're going through. After I created that social network profile, I could give my culture some visibility. I want to show our reality to the world. I want to tell the world about our past and also about our present lives. Often, our parents and grandparents will pass on their knowledge to the youth so that it never fades. And I show that. I show our daily lives. My profile is called Cunha Poringa _oficial. Cunha Poringa means pretty girl. On Instagram, I have over 400,000 followers. On TikTok, 6 million. And on Kwai, over 400,000. If you want, you can follow me. Check it out. Learn some things. We have our history, our songs, our traditions. I want to share all that so that people get to know it, so that they know and value the indigenous peoples. Today, I want to encourage you to never give up on your dreams and your objectives. Show the world that you're fighting. Fight, but never give up. That's what I'm doing. I try to help my community and my family without ever considering giving up. I invite you who are watching this conference to watch the manifesto video made by young Brazilian people like me, who are looking for ways to help their family and their community.
We're so happy to have you with us, Mayra. Young people are using technology in inspiring ways, right? They're promoting amazing changes. But now we're going to watch a manifesto that will inspire us on this journey between the dream and the possibility of making it all a reality. A message that comes from different peoples and territories, from the dreams of Brazilian children and teenagers. A message from the present to the world we want for all of us. The video has several young people, and it's full of colorful effects and panoramic images of nature and cities. They are young people from the Criativos da Escola Council.
All images that show more than one person together were filmed before the COVID-19 pandemic.
From different sides and colors, we carry the dream and momentum to change and create new tomorrows. Our zip codes may be different, and our postcards, a piece of our geography and the ground, we convey with our bodies. Solidarity is our north, and it's our south as well. This is the language that unites us. We feel, we imagine possibilities. No matter the distance, we're all around, raising ideas in circularity that make the globe spin from our own localities. Out our windows, we watch in sorrow the corners that cut through the patches of hope. Along the way, long roads, curves, and breaks. But whatever the journey, we want to be happy. This is our revolution. In a world that often insists on dividing us, we are the counterpoint. And we want to be where our colors, textures, and lives can breathe where they really matter. Racism, sexism, LGBT phobia shall not pass. With camaraderie, friendship, and union, we learn not to give up. From what came before us, we harvest our guides for the future. Through ancestral memory full of bridges and crossings, we feed from the stories of those who dreamt us. Our pen creates. It draws other courses, plants, and chants. We not only fight for nature, we are nature. We don't want to talk about what's left of forests, but who we are coming from them. Creativity and intelligence that can fill 1,000 oceans. We care for the world we live in. To continue to dream for those we are yet to meet. To be ready is to connect with others, to feel, to imagine, to share our drive and unite energies in a time that was silenced by an invisible enemy who took us from the streets, leaving us yearning. But it didn't take our desire to give life to education, to echo and chorus transformation. We shall change the world we set foot in with the courage of our words, the strength of our voice and our actions in collectivity. In our hands, not only a future, but the here and now. The children and teenagers of Brazil, the Criativos da Escola.
Wow! What about you at home? Tell us in the chat what you like the most about the manifesto of the Brazilian students. If you talk about this on social media, use the event's hashtag BTC Celebration 2021. As for me, I was very moved by the manifesto video, as it sums up everything all of us would like to say and wish for each other, even though we're in different countries, states, and cities.
I feel the same way, Midria. Even with so many challenges in the world, listening to the dreams of children and teenagers lifts our spirits, making us believe they're possible. We must believe in a possible future.
You watching us might be wondering how they managed to gather so many students from all over the world for this conference. Know that though this beautiful conference is happening today, Be the Change 2021 began in September, gathering in 6 meetings representatives from 28 countries.
These were online meetings due to the pandemic, in which girls, boys, and non-binaries from all over the world could meet, exchange experiences, broaden their perspectives, and, of course, share what they're doing to change the world.
These meetings left the children and teenagers, in their own words, energized, happy, connected, motivated, inspired, hopeful, and with a sense of fellowship, feeling that it's possible to create new opportunities and that young people are making a revolution.
It's beautiful. And if you, in your neighborhood or in your city, didn't know yet about this movement, then take a deep breath, because we're about to show you new projects from around the world.
The following video is similar to the previous one, which showed us a few transformative actions. In order to represent each one, their country flag is shown, as well as drawings that represent the action itself and a picture of the students involved.
These past times, we realized we must act with the collective in mind, since we're all in one planet. To reduce food and energy waste, a class from Singapore made a presentation on eating habits and created a composter for their school garden. In the United Arab Emirates, students are producing renewable energy that provides electricity to the community 24/7. In Kenya, the kids developed a liquid soap to reduce water waste in the region. Due to environmental issues, students in France thought of ways to walk to school, thus reducing pollution caused by transport. Amazing, right? Technology allows the inclusion of more and more people. This can be a fun and transformative process, like the superpower bracelets sold by students in Portugal in order to buy an elevator for people with disabilities. Inclusion was at the core of the interactive website built by teens in Uruguay, as it had sign language content, and also of the speaking stickers developed by the Israel kids so that people who are blind could be better informed about supermarket products. Oh, and ancestry is technology too, you know. Just look at the creatives from Brazil with their book club on female Black writers that inspires other Black girls in their journeys. Those without access to the internet were also included, like students from rural areas of India, who received help from their colleagues so that they could partake in distance learning activities. Taiwan students became partners of a local bakery and created job opportunities for homeless people. Changes usually happen when something touches our heart. And art is a powerful tool because it can express things that, in general, words alone cannot. For instance, it may raise awareness of gender violence, vandalism, and even abuse, like the students of Spain did. Art filled with information can also captivate and generate self-esteem, like the kids of Poland showed us. Often, the dream of changing the world is born inside the school. An example of this were the students from Ecuador, who became mentors to settle conflicts among peers. The creatives from Nigeria went to their school board with concerns about the working conditions of school cleaners. Meanwhile, the kids from Zambia mobilized their classmates and proposed improvements for the school's cafeteria. And the teens from Saudi Arabia developed an app to improve communication between teachers and students during classes. When we are together, our movement becomes stronger. And when we have the support of educators and family members, everything becomes more powerful. So, how about we dream together to transform our realities?
Learn more at criativosdaescola.com.br/b-the-change/.
Wow, guys, I loved it. Most of the time, we have no idea what's happening on the other side of the world. To tell the truth, sometimes we don't even know about initiatives from our own neighborhood. These are many heads thinking, and through their differences, they get together and create projects that complement each other without even being in contact.
That's right, Midria. I'm fascinated by all the possibilities, and now I'm thinking how you, in your own community, could also join other students and think of something too. Tell us in the chat.
If you want to learn more about these projects, we invite you to access the BTC Brazil website, which is criativosdaescola.com.br/b-the-change. You can even like your favorite projects.
After seeing so many innovative and creative projects that can bring us so much hope, we've reached a moment many of us have been waiting for. The reveal of the 4 projects selected by the Rainforest Kids Challenge.
Rainforest Kids is a Design for Change Global Award aimed at highlighting groups of children and teenagers that act on behalf of the biodiversity of tropical forests, proving that the forest is better when it's not being deforested.
Let's go then! Out of more than 60 projects from 16 countries, we are honored to reveal those selected by the jury of the Global Design for Change, which are... Roll the drums! Nature's Gift to Us, from Central Java, Indonesia. They developed a product using the natural resources of the forest where they live. Now residents can earn extra income by making soap, and thus continue to preserve the environment. Congratulations!
Now the project, Shall We Pollinate This Idea, from the city of Americana in Sao Paulo, Brazil, the students made a project to fight the extinction of bees, raising the awareness in their community.
Another project that's been selected was Where is the Forest? From the city of Cotia, also in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The kids had their entire school involved in thinking about agroecology and creating green spaces together.
The last project to be selected was Colibri, again from Sao Paulo. After so many news of forest fires in the Pantanal and the Amazon, they developed actions to expand the vegetation in their city using a seed ball made from orange pumice.
Wow! These are great projects that deal with a very important topic for all generations, countries, and peoples. Preserving these forests is crucial to the entire world, since these living forests keep humanity alive. Not just today, but through future generations too. And each of these winning initiatives will receive $2,000. It's important to clarify that the prize will be split in two. $1,000 goes straight to the winning project, and the other $1,000 will be donated on the team's behalf to an NGO of their choice that works to protect tropical rainforests.
Such good news! Congratulations to the teams, and to all students involved in these beautiful projects we showed you today. Also, congratulations to all participants from the other 56 projects that entered the Rainforest Challenge. You can learn more about the award at the website rainforestchallenge.dfcworld.org.
After learning about these 4 amazing solutions focused on protecting our forests, I invite you, that's right, you who are watching us, to also join us in taking care of the environment.
To reinforce this invitation, we are now going to have another special guest appearance by Carolina Pasquale.
Guys, Carol is the person who brought Design for Change to Brazil back in 2011, and with Angelica, she put this idea out there. And today, it has reached thousands of students throughout Brazil. Today, she's an executive director at Greenpeace Brazil, an international NGO that fights for the environment. Let's hear Carol out.
Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. I'm Carolina Pasquale. I have light brown skin, shoulder-length black hair with many strands of white hair. I'm wearing a black blouse, and behind me there's a garden, so I'm outside. I'm super happy to be here with you today. I helped nurture this dream here in Brazil, this global meeting, this meeting of transformative students from all around the world for many years. Being here at this event today is also part of this dream that I've helped build. So I'm very happy, and I miss you all so much. And even though I'm not working day to day on this project anymore, this project's always with me, and I'm always available. I also wanted to say that I'm absolutely delighted by all these projects that are concerned with the environment, with the forests, and with the challenges we face. This is a challenge of our times. We must face it, and we need your creativity to do so. I just came back from COP, the climate change conference that took place in Scotland. I just arrived from there. I wanted to tell you that one of the things that inspired me at this COP was the massive presence of young people there. There were delegations of young people, students from several countries represented there in Scotland. The Brazilian delegation was incredibly huge. It had good numbers and quality, promoting the necessary discussions, telling our leaders that we need countries to commit to fighting this crisis that will affect us all, but mainly will affect the most vulnerable.
Uma crise que nos afetará a todos, mas principalmente afetará aqueles mais vulneráveis. Então, quando a gente
So when we talk about the COP, we're talking about facing the next cycle of environmental challenges. We're talking essentially about environmental justice, about being sure we can guarantee good conditions for the most vulnerable and those that are most affected so that they may adapt. And it's also about mitigating the damage wrought by the climate crisis. We also need to commit to the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions, which cause global warming. We need all countries to reduce their emissions, proportionally to their capacity and to their historical emissions. But we need the whole world to commit together so that we can manage to stay within the established global warming limit of 1.5 degrees Celsius. If we go over this, the consequences could be really catastrophic. Here in Brazil, reducing emissions means essentially taking care of the Amazon. The Amazon deforestation is responsible for almost half of the emissions of greenhouse effect gases here in Brazil. And once and for all, we need to look at this rainforest and see all the potential it has when it's preserved. It's worth so much more this way than when it's cut down to become pasture or, unproductive land. That brings no development, but instead a lot of pain and suffering. And it's a choice that today, in the current scenario, doesn't seem very strategic. We need to gather the indigenous people, the quilombolas, the local communities, the residents of the legal Amazon cities, so that together we can discuss what kind of project we want. One that preserves the rainforest and values everything in it. That goes for Brazil and for every country with the rainforest, as we still need to fight a lot in order to ensure that these forests remain preserved and continue to contribute to the balance of the global climate. It's very exciting to see these projects take form, seeing all of you so engaged, looking for solutions. The young people present at COP made a historic, beautiful march. There were over 200,000 people there, bringing the voice of students from all over the world. I'd like to thank you again for the opportunity of talking to you. My heart is full of inspiration. I've been invigorated by this exchange and by this opportunity of being closer to all of you. And know that Greenpeace Brazil is at your disposal so that we can always keep building with a more unified vision while facing the challenges ahead. And of course, we count on your creativity. With your creativity and your great execution, this unique mixture that makes Criativos and Design for Change such special projects. My best regards to you. I'll keep watching until the end. Bye.
You heard Carol, right? So let's watch our council members talk about the Plant Ox project.
The following video shows a circle in a colorful backdrop. In it are the 4 teenagers who were part of the reforestation project with us. There are also pictures of the other members of the team and their respective actions.
2,662 trees planted in 8 countries. Many more to come. But how do we get here? We are a team of 11 members on the DFC Student Council, a group of prospective young people with the desire to voice our opinion on different topics to make changes starting in our local communities. We first started discussing the issues we felt strongly about back in March. The ones that stood out the most were the problem of deforestation and the problem of mass pollution. We agreed to prioritize the issue of deforestation in times of the pandemic. That's how Plant Ox project was created. In order to bring the project to life, we used the well-known FITS method: feel, imagine, view, share.
On the feel step, discuss deforestation on a global level. Some of the arguments included oxygen being the most demanded resource during the pandemic, and how many species becoming extinct at this very moment. Smaller actions can spread globally in a relatively short time if each of us contributes.
The Imagine step was done individually for the 11 countries and carried out with the help of our country partners. The goals were clear: to increase oxygen levels, returning the benefits of trees to our local areas, and beautifying the local landscape.
The most challenging part, however, was finding the sponsors and volunteers. The support of the adults was very important for us during this part. Finally, the do stage, the actual planting. After getting the next necessary resources, finding the locations, receiving the permissions, and finding volunteers. The next step was to start planting. This was definitely the most interesting part as we looked at the plantations done at our local and global level. As for the share part, we created an Instagram page. We shared photos from all the plantings there, answered questions about the project, and encouraged everyone to join by planting a tree or a plant and tagging us. Plant Talks is an ongoing project. While some of us have reached the goal of planting 100 trees in our country, others are about to start with the do stage. The future is in our hands. We urge you all to join and support us by planting a tree today. What are you waiting for?
Plant a tree and join us at PlantTalksProject_DFC. Project realized by Plant Talks and supported by Design for Change.
To learn more, just follow the project's Instagram. It's at PlantTalksProject_DFC. Did you plant a tree? Take a picture and mention us on social media.
Hey, Midria, I've got some news.
What is it, PH?
I'm curious.
And so are the people at home.
Hey, relax. It's just that we're almost at the end of our celebration. Before that, we've got an amazing surprise for you. Without further ado, I'm happy to announce our surprise to you. A musical, danceable surprise, full of messages about what we believe in and about what we wish for all the young people in the world. We're gonna play it, but you can also watch it on the Criativos da Escola YouTube channel.
In the following video, many young students are dancing outdoors, looking at their realities and imagining changes they'd like to see in them. Play it, DJ.
We turned into music the dreams sent by young people from 9 countries. From Nigeria, Sudan, Serbia, Uruguay, Peru, Kenya, Spain, Israel, and Brazil, students invite us to build other worlds. Let's dream together.
I have a dream just like you, so let it come true. I know that it's hard, but we can try to make it happen. Bora sonhar junto, let's dream together. 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 To build a new world possible to live in, to be, to love, to breathe, not just for you or me, but for any single soul. We need everyone with the same purpose. We gotta take care, we gotta respect, we gotta dig in, we gotta believe. What nature wants is a happy change. Don't waste time, be you the change.
Pase lo que pase, vamos con la mano unida, por empatía y respeto. Por amor a la vida. Yo tengo un sueño como tú, de velar por la tierra, hace que vamos al coro.
Let's dream together. The transformation has already started. Find out more at criativosdaescola.com.br.
I love this song. What about you watching us? Did you dance to it? Tell us. The song was made by Banda Alana, and it was inspired by the letters sent by Design for Change Council students. So beautiful, right guys? And what if people want to listen to it again, PH?
Just go to our Criativos da Escola channel on YouTube to watch and listen to it again. Come dream with us, let's dream together. We're going to share the link in the chat too so that you can like, share, and mention all your friends. And Midria, it's time.
Oh, it's hard saying bye to you guys. I miss everyone already. Thank you for staying with us. And, more than that, for all the projects you make, showing it's possible to make dreams the beginning of the change we want to see in society.
Once again, thank you so much for staying with us until now. It's been an honor sharing experiences, learning about new projects, and getting inspired for next year. Everybody deserves to dream, and when we dream together, as we've seen, dreams can become a reality to millions of people. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Children and teenagers, we really need you with us. The future, as you said it yourselves, is now. Come dream together. Let's dream together. Hooray for Be the Change 2021.
I thank you as well. Follow Criativos da Escola on social media and share it with your friends and family. Let's close this with the song, Let's Dream Together. To watch the video, go to the Criativos da Escola channel on YouTube. Bye everyone, see ya! We turned into music the dreams sent by young people from 9 countries. From Nigeria, Sudan, Serbia, Uruguay, Peru, Kenya, Spain, Israel, and Brazil, students invite us to build other worlds. Let's dream together.
I have a dream just like you, so let it come true. I know that it's hard, but we can try to make it happen. Bora sonhar junto, let's dream together. 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 To build a new world possible to live in, to be, to love, to breathe, not just for you or me, but for any single soul. We need everyone with the same purpose. We gotta take care, we gotta respect, we gotta dig in, we gotta believe. What nature wants is a heartless change. Don't waste time, be you the change.
Pase lo que pase, vamos con la mano unida, por empatía y respeto, por amor a la vida. Yo tengo un sueño como tú, de velar por la tierra, hace que vamos al coro.
Let's dream together. The transformation has begun. Find out more at criativosdaescola.com.br. Initiative Alana. Realization Criativos da Escola. Part of the global movement designed for change. Let's dream together. Be the Change Celebration 2021. Special thanks to everyone who helped make BTC Brazil 2021 possible, especially the Design for Change Network, its partners, and the entire Alana team. Let's dream together.